Good morning, Kyle Bradshaw here from Chaparral Motorsports, and today we're finding ourselves at the Dunlop release of the TrailMax Mission Tire. Today I'm going to be riding this super sweet KTM 790 Adventure R. We're going to be doing street, we're going to be doing dirt, we're going to be doing some crazy twisties. Basically, we're putting this tire right here to the test. So today's ride is going to be dual purpose. We're going to be reviewing the 790 Adventure R through the different terrains that we're going to be putting it through, and we're going to be coming back and giving you a full-on detailed report on how these new Mission tires handle. Now, from what we learned last night at the Dunlop press launch for this tire, they've done a lot of work in order to make this tire the best 50/50 tire out there in the marketplace. It's going up against the Heidenau K60 Scout. It's going against the Motoz Traxinator Adventure and Rally tire. It's going up against the Bridgestone AX41. This looks very street oriented, but the amount of gap between these different lugs right here and how they're all tied together at the base is supposed to make this tire handle on the street like a sport bike tire and then handle like a true knobby tire when we get into the dirt. As you can see, there are a slew of very capable machines out here. This V-Strom is looking really nice. We got some KTM 1290 Super Adventures, Super Adventure Rs, CD500X. Hopefully a little bit later today I'll be able to mob that bike with those Dunlop tires. Now, if you haven't seen already, we've done a full-on detailed review of that 500X. That's a fun little machine. Of course, it wouldn't be an adventure ride without a GS. A couple Africa Twins. Lots of good action. So, fasten your seatbelts, stay tuned, and we'll be coming back at you with more action. From what I ever heard this morning, we'll be running these tires at full street pressures all day long, even when we get off in the dirt. The amount of soft, sandy stuff that we're going to be hitting is very minuscule, and these tires perform better on hard-packed dirt at full pressure. At least that's what we were told by Dunlop. So, we're running full street pressures on all of these bikes today. So here's the off-road section. Alright, out of the gate, I gotta say the suspension on this 790 is beautiful. And this tire's doing well too. I'm able to give it some juice and loft this front end. Water! Alright, we just put this puppy into rally mode. So far the tires are doing really well. I'd like to be able to air them down probably 10 or 15 pounds. They'd feel a lot better than they do here at full pressure. But even at full pressure, we're getting some good bite. I'm able to lift the front end up off of some of those lips over there. It's feeling really good. And this 790 Adventure R, the off-road mode, it felt kind of sluggish. But in rally mode, this thing really came to life. I'm digging it so far. So now you've been on these for about 15 miles or so, a little bit of straight, a little bit of dirt. How are you feeling about the Mission tire?
It's strong, you know, it's really great on the road. You can't even feel, you know it's not a knobby on the pavement, which is smooth, takes the corners really well. Off-road, it's been fine. Great traction.
It's pretty cool. Up here in front of me is Eric Hall from XLADV, very prominent social media poster. He's riding an Africa Twin DCT model, so he doesn't even have a shifter on that bike. It's automatically doing it for him. Oh yeah! Front end came up so easy. This rally mode is going to be a blast. And this tire on this hard pack right here is sticking like glue. To be able to rip up over the top right there. Oh, I love it. far today, we've hit some really neat straight, just super winding, almost mesmerizing roads. We then got out here into the dirt and have a lot of opportunity to drift the rear end around and test traction, really. So coming up to face the lips, we're able to give it gas and kind of pop it up and over things. Hitting the brakes, I've not slid a whole lot. I'm actually getting traction as I'm on the brakes as well, even in these dusty conditions. So far, the Mission tire has not disappointed. I'm going to need a little bit more time on it in order to really get a sense for how it compares to the new Anarchy Adventure and some of the other 50/50 tires out there in the marketplace. But right now, it's time to roll. See right there, I was able to grab some brake. Able to launch down the little hill there. Able to grab brake at the bottom. It's got traction where you want it. And a little bit of slip. I'm gonna follow this little CB500X here for a little bit. Alright, right here we have the CB500X versus the 790 Adventure R. This guy in front of me is a super competent rider. Who says the little 500 can't come out and play with the big boys? I'm telling you, man, I really loved that bike when I had it. Such a blast to ride. It was easy to maneuver around. It was light. It was nimble. All of the upgrades they did for 2019 really paid off. Honda did a great job. Now the CB500X has no traction control, no ABS, no nothing like that. It's just a manual motorcycle that you get to shift, clutch, twist the throttle, and ride. Just proof that you don't need the fastest, most badass ass machine to adventure around. CB500X, Honda, you guys did a great job. Alright, now we're back on the pavement for another little stretch here. We're separated by about, I don't know, 30 seconds or so from the rider in front of me. So I should be able to stretch the legs of this 790 out a little bit. Well guys, this wraps up the first half of this Dunlop TrailMax Mission tire launch. We've gotten some awesome twisty roads like these in today. We've got some great dirt, a couple little water crossings. Gotta say, this tire's impressive. I think it's a little bit more dirt oriented than the Michelin Anarchy Adventure. Again, the neat part about this tire is the fact that it does have those large spaces in between the really large blocks. And that gives it major stability out here on the pavement. And all these boats.
There are a lot of docks here, about 2,300 docks on Lake Arrowhead and 2,600 boats, and that makes this one of the most crowded lakes in the world during the summer.
We just got done spending the first half of the day out there on all of these different motorcycles, testing out the TrailMax Mission tire. I gotta say, if you're looking to go on a mission, this tire might be one you want to take a look at. I found that the tire had great traction off-road. Now we're running full manufacturer recommended pressures, which for the dirt was a little bit harsh, if you will, and it definitely didn't give the suspension and the amount of footprint that I would have liked to have had on the dirt. But that being said, they worked extremely well. I was able to lift up off of jumps and be able to grab brake coming into corners without slipping and sliding. So the traction for the forward momentum was fantastic, and then the braking traction again was really good as well. We're going out for the second half of the day now, and we're riding primarily street from here up to Big Bear. Right now I'm going to be on a Suzuki V-Strom. Check this puppy out. This is the V-Strom 650 with tubeless tires. It's going to be interesting to see how this bike compares to some of the other bikes that I've been riding recently. Pretty excited about the afternoon. The morning was fantastic. The tire definitely was impressive. From what our road attendant here has said, he says that all these rocks have been falling down off the mountainside, something fierce. Look at that truck, completely full of rocks, causing road closures. So they're coming up here, cleaning that stuff up and getting it out of here. They're anticipating that when the snow comes, it's going to get even worse. Welcome to the town of Fawnskin, or which is, I should say, home of Big Bear Lake. Check it out. This is it. I don't think I've ever been up here. It is fantastically gorgeous. Jump, ready? Oh, this thing's heavy. I'm trying my best. Oh. Number one, there's not enough power. Number two, it's too heavy. It just doesn't want to lift that front wheel up. Suspension on this V-Strom is actually pretty surprising. It's probably my favorite feature about the bike so far. Oh, look at this beautiful valley. God, it's gorgeous out here. Nice. So right there, I short shifted first gear, tried to shift into, or did shift into second gear and pinned it completely wide open. The tires did so good that I got traction, the bike went forward, but I couldn't break the rear tire loose. Oh man. Now this little V-Strom 650 can carve canyons with the best of them. It doesn't have a whole lot of punch coming out of the corner, but as long as you keep your corner speed, you really don't have a problem keeping up with these big bikes. As soon as we get into the straightaways though, and those guys pin their throttle open, that's where they leave the V-Strom 650 in the dust. This morning I started out on the KTM 790 Adventure R. That was a treat. Suspension, power, tires, everything worked well together. I then jumped on the V-Strom 650, which turned out to be an amazing canyon carver and a pretty good little dirt bike too. All right, we've now arrived back at base camp here at the Lake Arrowhead Spa and Resort. You can see that all the bikes made it. Nobody went down, nobody slid out. So, thanks for joining, appreciate you. If you liked what you saw today, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want more action like this coming to your inbox, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Until next time, as always, take care and ride safe.